When you think Southern Idaho, you probably think potatoes. But I'm here to tell you there's a lot more to it, and we're gonna get into it today. What is up, everyone? It's Iker with MagicValley.homes, and I've lived here in Southern Idaho for the last 5.5 years, and I've helped over 50 families move here as well. And if you are looking to move here and you have questions about real estate or the real estate market, feel free to reach out to any of the links below, send me a text, send me an email, give me a call, whatever you need to do. I'd love to talk to you. First pro is Idaho's natural beauty. And yes, there are a lot of potatoes grown here and there are a lot of potato fields, which are very delicious, but we do have a lot of natural beauty as well. Anything from the Snake River, which has a lot of beautiful valleys and canyons you can go look at and go hiking on, mountains, anything you want to do. There's a lot of beauty here in Southern Idaho. And that takes us to our first con, and that is that it is not a big city. And when I tell people this, they kind of think, oh, that's great. That's exactly what I want. I want the farmer fantasy. I want to be able to milk cows and I want to be able to plow the fields. They really want the farmer fantasy. But then about 2 to 3 months in, they realize, wow, it is a smaller community, and that's great and it has its advantages. But I like people to be mentally prepared that it's not a big city. There's a few cons to that as far as maybe not having access to shopping as convenient as other things. And with Amazon, you can get things kind of within 2 or 3 days, but it is a little bit of a shock if you're coming from a big city. All right, pro number 2 is that it is very family oriented and it is a great place to raise a family. And that brings a lot of people here. We're very family oriented, a lot of family activities, a lot of stuff that families go to. It's a very family oriented place. All right, con number 2 is that there's not much nightlife. There are a few restaurants that have bars in them, but there's not a lot of bars and a lot of like dance clubs to go to. So that's kind of a con for a lot of people, younger people, as they don't have a lot of nightlife to go out to. All right, pro number 3 is that it's not very stressful here. And I mean that in a lot of different contexts. Idahoans are kind of a little bit slower, kind of a little bit more relaxed in a lot of different things. But I see this a lot with traffic. I don't see a lot of people with road rage. There's not a lot of people in a hurry trying to cut you off on the freeway. It's just a little bit less stressful living here. That's a great thing. All right, con number 3 is the wind and the weather. It does snow in Idaho and it does get very windy. I was not expecting this when I first moved here. I was a little bit surprised by the wind, but it does get windy and it does get cold. Pro number 4 is the location, we're really kind of centrally located in between Salt Lake City and Boise. So either way you go, you can get to an airport and travel really easily. You're about an hour away from skiing, an hour away from hiking and camping, and there's tons of stuff within maybe a 45-minute drive to do on the weekends and lots of cool things to see around. So it's a really great location, and I love the location. All right, con number 4, I take a little bit personally because I have very sensitive skin, but it is very dry in Idaho. The air is very dry, so I get dry lips sometimes, and I get frizzy hair, and these curls are harder to maintain in the dry weather. So it does get dry in Idaho. All right, and the last pro is one that I really think is fantastic, is we do have a great job market and economy. I think we're one of the lower unemployment rates in the whole country right now, and we do have a very strong job market and a very healthy economy here in Southern Idaho. All right, and the last and final con is that it is growing quickly. We've had a large influx of people move to the area, and our housing inventory is kind of a little bit lower, so we're growing rapidly, and that's kind of the con. All right, guys, so that's my pros and cons for living in the Magic Valley. If you have any insight or you have anything that you think are pros and cons, go ahead and feel free to leave the comments below. I'd love to read those. And also, if you are looking to buy or sell in this real estate market, reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you about it. Maybe get connected with you and kind of see if I could help you out. And I hope you found this information useful or educational or fun or something, and talk to you next time.